What was Elvis like?
He was just like us. He just conversations with him would be just like this right now. He was basically a blue collar guy who happened to be a big star. He didn't really realize he was Elvis. I don't think he was so down to earth and just a sweet guy, just a sweet Southern guy. And so, like hanging out with you guys in the lobby of your place here, the way we were chatting,
Hmm.
if you're around him, that's the conversation that would be with him. Because my first job with Elvis was with a group called Voice, and I was hired to play piano with three guys, and our job was he would call, or someone would call from his office and say, hey, fly to L.A. and check in the Holiday Inn. Elvis is in Beverly Hills, and when he gets up, we'll call you, and you come to the house. And we go to the house, and he'd sing gospel songs all night long. Then the next call would be, hey, Elvis is in Palm Springs, fly to Palm Springs, check in the Hilton. When he gets up, we'll call you, and you come up to the house. So I was around his house a lot, and I saw that side of him. Once I got the big job playing for the TCB Band, I never saw him again. He got there just before he came on stage. He was flying to the next city by the time we finished playing C.C. Ryder as he was going off stage. So I wouldn't have missed that first Mickey Mouse job with Voice, but I'm honored I got to play with the TCB Band. To me, the thrill of being worthy of playing in that band with Ronnie Tutt and James Burton was as big of a thrill as playing for Elvis Presley, because at that point, I wasn't into music. He was a celebrity, but I didn't really understand music. When I got with Emmylou Harris, on our bus, all we did was listen to music, and I learned about rock and roll, bluegrass, country music, you know, honky tonk music, Bakersfield country. I learned going on tour with Emmylou Harris was like going to college. I learned all about music, and so when I played with Elvis, being worthy of playing in that band was the big deal for me. Someone said, "What's the most exciting thing about playing with Elvis?" I said, "Well, first of all, Space Odyssey." And then Ronnie Tutt goes into that jungle beat. He comes out on C.C. Ryder. Man, it's a rush. It's a bigger rush than mushrooms, man. It's like, hold on. And you know you're in the big time when that happens.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was a lot of fun.
Do you remember the day he died?
Oh, I sure do. I was at the airport here in Nashville. We had a show in Portland, Maine on the 17th. It was the first day of the next tour. And so the show plane, if the tour originated on the East Coast, the show plane originated in L.A., picked up Burton, Ronnie Tutt, Jerry Sheff, all the L.A. guys, stopped in Vegas, got the conductor Joe Gershio and the horn section and the Sweet Inspirations, and then came to Nashville and picked up myself, David Briggs, the Stamps Quartet, and Voice, and then we'd go to the gig. So we were waiting on the plane to land coming from L.A. It was a beautiful sunny day on the 16th. All of a sudden, this big storm, man, just like crazy, like a tornado or something. We were in a private airport lounge, and a bunch of these National Guard guys came into the lounge where we were to get out of the rain, and I saw one of them talking on his phone. It wasn't a cell phone. It was one of those big, long things.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard him say, "So, Mr. Presley, what happened?" And then I overheard that. And so my first thought was, something's happened to Vernon. And then about 5 seconds after that, Tom Diskin, who was the colonel's lieutenant, walked in and said, "Hey, guys, the tour's off. Go home, we'll call you." Didn't even tell us what happened.
Wow.
On the way home, on my car radio, I heard Elvis Presley had been found dead in his bathroom at Graceland. They didn't even tell us he had died. And my first thought was, what am I going to do? Because I'd already spent the money I was going to make. I lived a paycheck ahead. And it's so weird, 2 weeks before that day, I was at a restaurant with David Briggs, who was the other keyboard player with Elvis. I played acoustic piano, and David played the electric piano. And we had just gotten that book that Red West and Sonny West had written called Elvis, What Happened? And it told all that inside stuff about their wilder days back in the day when they were wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going, man, this is going to kill Elvis. didn't even think how ironic that would come back to haunt me that I said that, you know. But he wasn't a healthy man, so he went to the bathroom and had a heart attack and died.
Yeah. Thanks for watching this clip of Country Drive. To see more in the future, please hit like and subscribe.